Let us now walk through the process of creating a schematic in KiCad and generating a netlist from KiCad so that it is compatible to the ngSpice circuit simulation engine. First of all, you need to install KiCad on your system. As I mentioned, KiCad is open source. It is available on several platforms. It is available on the Windows platform. It is also available on the various distributions in the Linux also. So choose the installation module of the distribution or the OS platform which is there on your machine and install KiCad onto it. I have a Linux platform, Fedora Linux, and I will go through the installation process. I have already installed it, but anyway, what you could do is I will just type it in sudo in the command window. I type sudo dnf install KiCad in Fedora. So it will go to the repository and check the repository and then install it. Of course, in this particular case, the package KiCad is already installed and it has nothing to do. But in case it has not been installed on my machine, then it will ask a prompt saying that whether I install or not, and when I give yes, it will go ahead and install KiCad. So on this machine it is already installed. What next? The application listing, and you see that here KiCad. So this KiCad application will come in there. You can click on that and you will see something like that. Go to File, New Project. So we say File, New Project, and let me create a new project. I will create an FPE Fundamentals of Power Electronics, this particular course. So let us begin. Let's say half wave rectifier, the one which we just discussed in ngSpice. So let us create this project. So it would have created something like this. So you will see that you can also make a PCB, but we are not, it's out of the scope of this particular course. We are not going to make any PCB. We are going to just make the schematic. So if you double click on the schematic, another schematic screen will come up where you can enter the circuit diagram. Before that, here on this side, you can see the path to the project, project file where it is placed, and the preferences here you have this configure paths, so which gives some environment variables of KiCad with associated path. So here KIUSR sim gives you the path to where the KiCad symbols made by me is existing. I'll tell you more about that later. In this class we will not be talking about those symbols. Later on it will come. Right now we will do a bare minimum so that you can get started. So there are various other environment variables, you can see that. So here when you double click on the schematic, you get a schematic page, schematic sheet, and this is the page on which you can draw your circuit. So on the top you see eSchema half wave rectifier. This is what we created, and it also gives the path where it is located, home in all this path, and inside this FPE directory you have a half wave rectifier directory. You can also see that directory in the Explorer. You will see that at this place half wave rect a folder is created, and inside the folder you will see that it automatically creates the project file and PCB file and a schematic file, and we have opened by double clicking this schematic file. So now this is the schematic file. So now try to get yourself familiarized with the various menus here on top, and on the right hand side you have the important icons where this kind of an op amp or a gain block icon is the place symbol icon. So when you click on that and you place it on the main sheet and click, you will see a set of libraries that come up, and you can choose the components within each of these libraries. These are libraries that are coming along with KiCad when you install them, and you can select components from here. So now let us try to build the half-wave rectifier circuit that we discussed. So first let us pick the diode. So you can search easily by using this search box, and I will type in diode. So you will see that the diode symbol comes in and it points to a diode that comes up. You may want to go a bit further. Let's say I want 1N4001. You can pick 1N4001, 2, 3. So let us say I pick this and click OK, and you will see that it appears here. So I place that on the menu. I can go back here, take the regular normal mouse cursor. I can zoom in by using the wheel mouse button. So I can use the wheel mouse button to zoom in and zoom out. So it gives you the name of the diode component, that is, and a D question mark where you can give a diode number if there are several diodes on the sheet. You can now place the cursor, crosshair cursor on the component, right click. You have several actions that you can do. You can move, drag, orient. Let me choose the orientation. I will mirror it around horizontally, and you will which will give you a mirror image along the horizontal axis. You could also use mirror around vertical, where you could get a mirror image on the vertical axis. So if I do this, you will see that I'll get a mirror image on a vertical axis. So you can right click, you can move, so you can move it around, move and drag it around. So let's say I place it in some place. So let me go now again to the component. Now let us pick a resistor. So we select this resistor, we take it forward, place it, and then you can pick another component, maybe again a resistor, and place one more resistor. We need a 2 resistor, and then we need a source. So you can type source. We want a voltage source, so you can pick a voltage source. And place it on the sheet. I will now go to the regular mouse. I will now use the right click. I'll place it on the component, use right click, orientation, rotate clockwise. It will orient it to the orientation which I desire, and then I can move it around, place it, and let me do that. After properly laying out the components, now you need to draw the wires. So go to the right here, this green one, you pick that. This is place wire. So you can go to the terminals and draw the wires. go and pick this, draw the wires. So it is as simple as that. You can complete this loop. So this gives you the completed circuit. There is one more aspect. There should always be a reference ground for the circuit in PSpice, and that is called the zero node. So here on the right side you will see that zero node. Pick that and place it here. You can place that here. Let me take a PSpice ground, double click, I will choose that and then place it here. Then take the regular mouse. Let me move the value a bit to the left so that I have some space. And let me take wire and connect this wire to this point. So you see that the ground is connected. So we just need to give the values now to the circuit. Now the circuit is completed and let us give the values. So for the values, let me use the same values that we had used while discussing the half-wave rectifier circuit while simulating in ngSpice standalone mode. So we have this R1 and R2, and you recall that R1 and R2 we had set it at 10 ohms, and the V1 source was a sinusoidal source sine with 100 volt amplitude and 50 hertz. So we will give the same source and try to replicate the same circuit because we know how this operates. So going back again to the KiCad schematic, let us name the references. So this we will call it as V1. So right click, edit reference, we will call this one as D1. Again I'm going to do right mouse click, edit reference, R1, right click, edit reference, R2. So now the value, we will edit value and make it 10 ohms and keep it on the value R, edit value, and let us give 10 ohms, and the value for the source, edit value, we said we will give a sine source from 0 to 100 volts peak, 50 hertz, 0 phase shift, okay. So we have the sine source in place, and we will, so you have all the values in place. Now this circuit, let us say we would like to see the schematic. So go to tools, generate netlist file, we'll click on that and go to Spice netlist, generate netlist, and you save it. So when you go and look into that directory there, you have this half-wave rectifier.car which is generated, and you see the netlist having generated. But remember that for all the nodes it has put its own generated node names, and this is not really convenient and it is not good for debugging. So let us give node names. just like we gave the node names when we did in ngSpice, we shall give easy node names like ABC. So on the right side, let me go and pick on this labeling. So we give, let's say, A here, and we place it. So let me place it here. Let me right click, rotate clockwise and place it here. I will place one more here. I'll call that B, and right click, rotate clockwise and place it here. Let me place one more here. C, right click, rotate clockwise, and I will place it. So I have 3 nodes plus the ground node. And now let me make the connection. I'll pick wire and connect the node labels to the node points there. So now these node labels are there. Let us save this, and now again generate the netlist. So now I will generate this netlist. Go to Spice, generate netlist. It will generate the netlist here. Now let me go back to the folder half-wave rectifier. When you double click, you will see it's much more neat and tidy, and you are able to recognize the node names. Now this is the netlist. So here you see that the model of the diode is not there. It is just the name of the symbol, and it is just a name. You need to give a model for PSpice to understand and be able to simulate it. So normally the models of the various diodes, Spice models, are available on the net, and also from the manufacturers you can incorporate it. But for now I will use this simple method. I will go and edit this file, model 1N4007. I will just give default diode. That's it. So the diode has been the diode has been defined clearly, and we can save this. Now this file, this .cir file, if it is called in ngSpice, it should execute that. So let us try that. So let us go to the command line, and we are already in the half-wave rectifier folder. You can check ls. You see all the files. I would like to pick this .cir file and use it for ngSpice simulation. So ngSpice half-wave rectifier.cir. I run that. It is now in ngSpice environment. So in the ngSpice environment, I can say tran, let us say 10 microsecond step up to 40 milliseconds to 2 cycles, and use initial conditions, and you see that it has executed, and you have so many rows of data available. So you can plot VA. You could also plot VC and see what happens. So you see that you get similar kind of output results as you got while doing in the standalone mode in ngSpice. Recall that here we use some .control commands to automate the ngSpice. You could use that here also. Let us say if we go back to the .cir file, you could use the .control and .nc commands, and in between that I could give tran 1 microseconds to 40 milliseconds, and also I would like to plot VA and VC in our case. Save that. So we can execute that now. So let us go to the window, command window. Let me clear that and execute ngspice half-wave rectifier.cir. So you see that it automatically executes directly because we have used the control statements. But there is also another way to get these control statements here without typing it in here. You can place it in the schematic and this will come in there automatically. So let us see that. So first what we will do, just so that we are not confused, we will go to the folder, and this I am going to delete. So let us delete that so that we now don't have a .cir file, and we'll go back here. Now here I am going to use the text, place text here. So you will see that. So I can place any text. I will just say star and then I will say dot model. Diode had to be defined, so 1N4007. I'm just going to make it a default diode, and I am going to include dot control dot NC, and in between that I am going to include transient analysis 1 microseconds, 40 milliseconds, and also plot VA and VC. And we close this. So you see that I will place it here. So let me take this mouse and try to show it a bit more clearly. So you see that for this circuit I have here also a text label which is placed here, and in the label I have typed in the lines of code that I would to add into the .cir file. You will see that whatever you have typed in this text will also get appended to the netlist. So this is a very convenient way to keep all information in one place. So now this file I'm going to save it and generate the netlist. So let me save that. Now go to tools, netlist, spice, generate netlist. So now there is no half-wave rectifier.cir. It is going to create a fresh, save it. So it is now created. Let me go to the folder. So we see here .cir has been created. We double click that and let us see what is inside. We see that the netlist has been created. Then you see here an interesting thing. All that we put in the text as a comment label is appended at the bottom before the dot end, and this is very useful for us because that information is now already there. I don't have to type it in. This .cir file is directly amenable or compatible with ngspice, and in the dot control we have all the required control statements for ngspice. So this we can directly simulate. Go to ngspice. Let me exit from the previous version. Let me clear off and let me run this new one. So you see that it will run ngspice directly. So this is a nice way of generating the netlist by using all the control commands that you would like to incorporate in the text comment label itself.